Hello, this is Noel Camilotes for Entertainment Media, and this is ChatterBox.
Hello again, everybody. This is Noel Camilotes for Entertainment Media, and I'm here at Anime Magic Year 5, and I'm here with Colton Osorio from One Piece. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I wanted to start off actually because you are known for One Piece, but you started your acting quite a bit early. How did you get into acting?
It all started with me playing soccer. It was an indoor soccer game, and after the game, they chased my dad. And he was like, "Oh, does your son want to do a commercial for?" It was the Copa America 2015 commercial, and I said yes. I filmed it, and then we ended up getting an agent after, and then it progressed from commercial to like minor roles, and started getting into bigger roles.
Okay. And so One Piece is in your first role. Of course, you talked about the commercial. You've been on a few TV shows as well. I actually kind of recognized you from Law and Order SVU, so it's like one of those, like, that kid looks familiar in there. But your roles, unlike a lot of kid actors, are a little bit more serious. They're not, it's not like a Sesame Street kind of thing. How do you feel being on those kind of shows where it's like it's more serious, a little bit more adult oriented as opposed to something that only kids would watch?
I'm really into trying different things.
Mhm.
I love working with kids as well as adults. I don't find any difference to it. I love trying to work with new people in different places. I enjoy it.
Okay. When you're looking at your roles, and eventually we're going to talk about One Piece in a minute, how do you prepare for it? What are some things that you, as a young actor, do to prepare for a role?
I prepare for the roles starting off with just the script and the lines, trying to go through it more than I can, like more than just the scene that I'm filming, but more of the entire show.
The whole story?
So
Okay.
sometimes I will be sent the entire script for the show and try to read some all the way through and see how I can adapt to that style of the film.
Okay. Do you have like a coach or any kind of acting instructor on set, or it's more of you just following what the director?
More of me and my dad, giving me tips on how I can do things better, especially for auditions and if we're on set, just taking notes from the director as best I can.
It's very good having a parent with you because a lot of times it's one of those that helps, make things a little bit more comfortable for you and helps your family support you. So, now that we get to your big role, your famous role, how did you get connected with One Piece?
I was filming another film. It's called Shaw Real Smooth on Apple TV. Make sure to watch that.
Come on, get something new.
We were rushing to set, and I got an audition that I had to film really quickly with my dad. And I was getting frustrated because there was different names, and I couldn't pronounce one of the names, which is Dario, and I want to say Dario or Dario. And then we were just trying to rush. And afterwards, I found out that it was One Piece, maybe a week or two later, after my dad did research. And I got called back for the role from the director. Did it a couple of times, I think it was twice. And my dad came into my room one day with his phone recording and a figurine of Luffy. He was like, "We're going to South Africa," and I sat there frozen. I was so shocked. I was so happy. All my emotions just kind of like bottled up, and it was just stuck there.
Okay. I had spoken to Alexander before too, and so it seems like you were kept in the dark as to what you were auditioning for, I'm guessing, kind of thing. That's why you were, it's like one of those, a surprise when you found out, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. On set, I know there's some actors you don't get a chance to work with because of the scenes that you have, but was there anyone that was kind of like a guiding force along with your dad that was on set that also was a support system for you as an actor? Any of the other actors that spent time with you and everything?
Mark Joss, which is the director, really helped guide me through what I needed to do, but also made sure that I was comfortable. So for the Shanks and me and Shanks intimate scene, where he was putting the
hat on.
he really like helped, like just telling me to like kind of calm down, just feel relaxed, and not try to force anything, and make sure that you're feeling comfortable when you're doing this. And another thing is Shanks. When I saw him doing the scenes, it really inspired me when he started doing the scenes kind of differently, when he started trying to do different takes.
Things.
And I think I took note of that, and I try to do that as best I can when I'm filming other films.
Okay, that's good to hear. Was it? Did you get a chance of interacting much with the creator of One Piece to hear a little bit? Nothing
No.
at all.
Unfortunately.
I mean, it was good to at least have his input, but I always wondered if any of the actors got to interact much. So
I think maybe, I know I heard some of them did, but I would love to meet him.
okay, gotcha. One thing I wanted to ask then, since you've got everyone's got a social media following, where can we find you in terms of your social media?
At Colton Osorio, just my full name and lowercase.
Okay, so Instagram
And basically everything.
One last question I want to ask you, because this is very unique for especially a young actor like yourself. What advice do you have for any young actors that want to get into acting, but especially because you seem already very mature in terms of how you're looking at acting. What advice do you have for any young actors that are given the opportunity to be able to do some of the roles that you've done or anything like that?
I would say, don't let anybody judge you for what you're trying to achieve. I think that was one lesson that my dad taught me. I think that everybody in the outside world kind of was distracting. Everybody saying, "Oh, that's cool. That's not really that cool." All that. My dad just told me, focus on what you want to do.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time here. This is Anime Magic's 5th anniversary, and having a guest like you and a lot of the other guests this year has been very wonderful. So thank you again for chatting.
Thank you for having me.
Well, this is Ian Noel Camilotes for ChatterBox Media, and thank you for listening. Thank you so much.